Welcome to Savor a Story, a cooking demo for our winter reading program. This week's demo is going to be on the electric pressure cooker. I said there's a lot of varieties out there. Mine is a power cooker brand, but like all of them, they have, to cook, low temp, stew, steam, pressure adjust, cook time, rice setting, but they all have about the same settings. The camera almost fell off. That's one of my biggest fears, is it falls into my food. So right now I'm going to share my recipe of country style ribs that I cook in my pressure cooker. I have already went through and browned my country style ribs. I seasoned them with salt and pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, and then I take a bottle of, like a 18-ounce bottle, I think it is, of barbecue sauce, and then I always mix pop of some sort in, Pepsi, root beer, or something like that with mine. It just gives it a little bit of a different flavor and sweeter flavor. So then I took a medium onion and like 4 cloves of garlic, and I sauteed it into the oil that I already had left from browning the ribs in the pressure cooker. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back and I'm going to add my ribs. And I always try and get like the biggest ones, and I put them in first. Let's see if I can get this. Get the bigger ones so that they go down on the bottom. So you're going to want to like read your instructions, like I said with all my videos, just so that you know like how you want to load your appliance, how high, how much liquid the recipe calls for, and stuff like that, because you want to make sure you have the room for the appliance to work. So and we just put those in there, and I just you load them in just like so, fill it in, and then I'm just going to add my barbecue sauce. Just pour it over the top. What's nice about the pressure cookers is that you can make tough meat real quick, like roasts, these spare ribs. I mean, it'll take 30 minutes. So you're going to make sure you put your lid on. You're going to make sure on top, my steam released. You want to make sure it is not on release. You want it closed. Sometimes I get it in the first try. There we go. And then you're going to turn it to lock. There's the unlock side, and then there's the lock side. So you want to make sure you get it where it shows the lock. And then I'm going to set mine. It goes on the stew setting. And set it on the stew setting, and it already comes up to 30 minutes. And then this will build up to pressure. You'll hear it. It's like this is starting to build up to pressure. And you'll hear it'll start like getting a little bit of a sizzling where it's going to release the air and everything. So once it reaches the pressure, and then it'll start your countdown to cooking. Okay? So that's pretty much all we have for now. And I'll see you back in about 30 minutes, and we'll check on the finished ribs. Okay, see you in a few. Hi everyone, I'm back. Okay, it has been 30 minutes since it came up to pressure and has cooked. And as you can see, once it's done, it goes into a holding temp. So at this time, I always like to let mine set for just a little while after it has quit, because you can, I don't know if you can still hear it, but it's still sizzling a little bit. So I like to let it release a little bit on its own before I actually flick the switch. So it's been doing this for like a minute or more, so I'm going to go ahead and release the steam. So this little button right here, I mean, there might be on different products. It might be in different places or different versions, but mine, all you got to do is push down and slide, and then all the steam will release. So that's what you'll hear. And as the steam releases and stops, you won't be able to open this until it has released pressure to get it open. So then that way it'll prevent you from getting any kind of steam burns or anything. So as that releases, they smell super yummy. But yeah, so just to repeat my recipe, I took my country style ribs, set it to saute, put some oil in my pan, sauteed them till they were browned on both sides. I then seasoned them with salt, pepper, and onion powder, and then I chopped up, it was probably a medium onion and I think about 4 cloves of garlic. And then I sauteed that in the droppings still left over from browning the spare ribs. And then I left that in there. And then I put my ribs on top of the onion and garlic. And then I mixed the, I think it was an 18-ounce jar of barbecue sauce, anything you like. And then I had some Pepsi or root beer, whatever you want to use. We had an open Pepsi in the fridge, so I poured some of that in to just water down my barbecue sauce a little bit. And then I just poured that over top all of it. Put your lid on, make sure your valve is to shut, you're locked down, and then I used the steam setting, which automatically came up to the 30 minutes, which my book recommended to cook the spare ribs on. And once it came to temp, it started going down, and then once it reached the 30 minutes, it went to holding, and now we release the steam, and it's still releasing. Let's try unplugging it, just so it's not longer on warm. But yeah, so you can hear it's getting less and less. And yeah, you want to move it away from, like if I'm cooking above my countertops up here, so, or cupboards, you might want to move it out a little bit so you don't steam all your cupboards and that up. But it smells so good. And I'm going to serve mine with potatoes and some green beans. You can do a nice salad, anything. They're just a barbecue rib. And if you want to get fancy, you can take them out of here and put them in the oven under broil to brown them and crisp them up a little bit. But I just serve them right from the pot. You can still see the steam, so. But yeah, you'll be able to, once it releases enough, it'll let you open. So it doesn't open until it's ready. Because it's just a safety precaution, so there you go. There's enough pressure. And it is just boiling away in there. And they look super yummy. And you'll just want to give them a quick stir so it'll mix up, get some of the barbecue sauce on them. And if they're on a bone, a lot of times they'll just fall right off the bone. Okay, and there's one of the ribs. Okay, I hope you try this recipe. It's super yummy. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Bye.